My friend Tim Maurer is a financial planner, a college instructor, and the co-author of The Financial Crossroads. And he's also, well, how would you say this, a little verbose. So I challenged him to sum up a host of complex personal finance topics in 90 seconds or less. Let's see how he does. Financial Planning Timeline.
Hi, in this 90-second installment, we're going to talk about the financial planning timeline. Now, this is the timeline that was put together by the CFP Board, the Certified Financial Planner Board, and it is an excellent timeline. But you're going to see a couple shortcomings here in just a second. Let me run through it real quickly. Step number one is to establish the relationship. That is the relationship between the client and the advisor. A very important step. Step number two, gather data and determine the goals of the client. An extremely important step. Step number three, analyze and evaluate. That's the planner's job, to analyze and evaluate the information that was collected in step two. Then, step four, develop and present the recommendations. Again, that's the job of the financial planner, to develop the recommendations for the client and then deliver them. Then comes the implementation of those recommendations. That's the job between the planner and the client together to implement the recommendations that were put forth. And then finally, step number six is the never-ending step of the financial planning timeline, because we are always in the process of monitoring the financial plan. Now, there are two very interesting things that I want to point out to you to make a point. Step number five is the step where most financial planners get paid. Think about that for a second. Step number two is the most important step of the plan. That is the gathering the data that the client gives the planner and determining the goals of the client. The most important step, in my opinion, but step number five is the one where most financial advisors and most financial planners get paid. What do we then have? We have an economic bias for the financial advisor to move clients through this financial planning timeline faster than may otherwise be optimal. So remember that. If you work with a financial planner, focus very heavily on steps 1 and 2, establishing the relationship and ensuring that the financial planner is not just spouting their goals, but really discerning yours so that you get the best financial plan. Ben, how'd we do on time?
They're about 35 seconds over.
35 seconds over? You gotta be kidding me. That felt like it was no more than 80 seconds.
It felt quick. It really did.
Ridiculous. We need to change the name of this thing to 120-second finance or something. No, we'll keep trying the 90. I've had a couple that worked out.
You've had a couple, but based on, I don't know, the last 6 or 7 of these, we might want to go ahead and change the name.
Nah, we can't do that, Ben. I'll just work harder.
It was a good job regardless.
Thanks, buddy.